Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Excuse me. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, subscribers, viewers, and the supporters of this channel. We are back again for the ISO 14001 implementation with the middle of environmental aspects impact evaluation. Dirty spill kit. How severe is it in terms of an environmental impact? To what extent would the spill kit be causing how severe an environmental impact? This will be discussed in this video. We got to do evaluation. I have the evaluation criteria for you. You can use it. I don't copyright any of my work. Before we go on, I implore all my fellow Muslim brothers and sisters, if you're watching this in the mosque on Friday, during the khutbah especially, or attending any religious lessons anywhere in the world, please do not do it. Please switch off this video. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I love you for that. I wish you Jannatul Naim. Now, we are going to look into a criteria which is defined for evaluating how severe would be a dirty spill kit, which is an environmental aspect. Remember, an output environmental aspect. I believe you understood by now the life cycle perspective of this particular aspect, downstream life cycle perspective. Otherwise, you could browse those videos, earlier videos which I've posted. Now we shall look at, most importantly, let me recap that we got to know this. The environmental management system implementation chronology. We are still at the top part, although it's an early part of the chronology of implementation, but it is very, very important, and we must not go wrong, because a mistake here, we are here actually, let me show you, we are here. Environmental aspects impact evaluation, we shouldn't go wrong here, please, because if we make mistakes here, then the entire chain reaction, which is finally establishing our environmental management system, will be, as you know, a building made from the wrong material. You can imagine that. Now, in the implementation of ISO 14001, we have got to identify environmental aspects, which we have done as far as this video for sharing among us is concerned. We have done it. Please refer to our videos titled Input to Output. Then you will see how we identify environmental aspects from the large cycle perspective as promulgated by ISO 14001. Now, this evaluation is for us to determine how much significant is our environmental aspects in terms of its impact to the environment. But at the end of it, we have got to evaluate all our environmental aspects from all processes, from all departments, all sectors, all products, all activities in our organization. Then we have an array of environmental aspects with scoring. That score helps us determine which aspects are more significant than the other. So with that, only then, knowing what are our environmental aspects, how significant are our environmental aspects in terms of its associated environmental impact, then we know our position in terms of environmental management. Only then we develop our environmental policy. From there on, we develop our environmental objectives. What we want to arrive to, what would be our objective, our prime concern, okay? And then we start to develop what is called, in this particular new standard 2015 version, planning to achieve. So it encompasses a few things: objective, targets, and environmental management program. So these are all collectively an intended outcome. But this is a word is introduced by ISO 14001 not to add on the jargons, but it has got meaning. Intended outcome, as per the standard, must include, look, enhancements of what? Environmental performance. And it also must include fulfillment of compliance obligation and achievement of environmental objectives. So as far as environmental performance is concerned, I have developed the so-called aspects impact register, which I call it, sorry about the noise, what I call it the dashboard, okay? And in our dashboard, I have all these requisites of environmental management system stated there. We'll take a look. But before that, let us take a look how we have identified environmental aspects. This is a pic from our previous video of this particular process, which is diesel transfer. And we have identified most of the environmental aspects, but I only include in this limited space several significant, I would say, environmental aspects from this particular process. Why these are environmental aspects? You could look into the previous video. We explained by virtue of life cycle perspective. So remember, we are in this video doing an environmental aspect, which is dirty spill kit. As you know, spill kit, it could be a lot of materials. Some are using some kind of adsorbent, which may be consisting of sawdust or even wood chips. Some are cloth, some are offcuts from textile. They convert it into absorbent, and a lot of innovations. We love that. Okay, that is how we do it. And there are many types of spill kit, and there are a few apparatus or a few gadgets in the spill kit for us to use, including pumps and skimmers and hoses, other than absorbent. Okay, so when this spill kit is being used, it gets contaminated. Now then that will be an output environmental aspect. So this video we are going to evaluate how significant is this environmental aspect in terms of the severity of its impacts. Okay, let's take a look. Now, this is the dashboard that I have mentioned. I hope I won't forget by the end of, as we reach environmental performance evaluation, to pick up this risk and opportunities. I haven't written it down there. So we are back to this video. We are on dirty spill kit, and this is the space severity, one of the evaluation criteria, and it is still vacant. So let's take a look at the definitions that we have derived over these years. Now, as far as spill kit is concerned, this we are talking about the contaminated spill kit. We've got spill. The spill kit is deployed. It could be shovel, it could be cloth, it could be gloves, it could include adsorbent made of sawdust or even activated carbon, any kind of some types of powder or even salts are being used as spill kit as well. Spill kit adsorbent material. There are many others. All right, you know better than I do. So the problem is when it is an output. The issue is when it is an output environmental aspect, what would its impact be? So downstream from that, it is causing what is known to many, soil contamination. How does it cause soil contamination? You could look at the input-output analysis, but in brief, what I can tell you is this spill kit in this country where I'm from, Malaysia, a spill kit which is being used to clean up diesel in this case, once it has absorbed, it is being contaminated with diesel. It is classified as hazardous waste. And in this country, we have got scheduled waste regulation, so it is categorized as scheduled waste. Therefore, it has got to be contained and it has got to be managed up to its disposal and perhaps even up to its incineration. It will be sent to a prescribed waste disposal facility for their final disposal. It could be incineration, it could be landfill. So, in other words, the spill kit, after it is being used and it is contaminated, it doesn't lay around in the factory anymore. It is managed by this factory in a special manner in compliance to the schedule waste regulation of this country. So it is where? Is it within the organization premise? No, it's not here. It is not at the lorry itself. It is secluded. It shall go out of this factory's premise. It shall go out of the border. Where does it go? It is being sent out to specific designated area called prescribed premise. There you are. But it is, you can pause this video and take a look at all the earlier. All these are derived from years of experience, okay? And so, in fact, I have run this particular evaluation definition, the rating definition, with about 17 different types of factories, industries, and for each category, we picked 2 to 5 factories. It has not proven us wrong eventually, but of course, there were earlier inaccuracy or even failures. So, as far as the spill kit is concerned, it is observable. I picked this one because look, it is observable, but it is containable. So not containable doesn't apply. It is non-recoverable. We cannot recover those materials in the absorbent. Okay, only the utensils can be reused or perhaps cleaned up and reused, but the contaminated materials, especially adsorbents that we are discussing, which has got diesel and other contaminants in it, these are not recoverable. It is a scheduled waste. We got to send it out. Non-recyclable. Okay. And yes, with temporal effect to the affected area, of course, we see stains of diesel for a number of weeks over there. And so we pick 8, but it can also be 6, but I don't choose 6 because we need 6 is when it may be recyclable. Now, if you have a legible, recyclable method for this and you're doing it, then you can pick 6. But for my case, those audits that we have seen, it is not recyclable. It is immediately classified as scheduled waste. So inevitably you have got to rank them 8 for this particular factory, for this particular activity. So how does this dirty spill kit fare in the dashboard? This is where it is. So you have 8 over there. So magnitude is 10, rating, severity is 8. So we have got a few more to go on. All right, so this is the dashboard. I have this dashboard. Look, we even have environmental performance in compliance to what is needed by ISO 14001 version 2015. So environmental performance is reflected in this dashboard, including risk and opportunities. All right, I will fill it up as we reach in EPE later on. So look, it's all there in your management review, in your meeting, and even you can present this to auditors. And now we are able to see slightly that dirty spill kits have a higher magnitude of impact as compared to diesel, which is input. And severity is more severe than diesel, all right? As an output aspect, dirty spill kit as an output aspect is more severe than diesel, which is input, okay? So stay tuned. We'll look into more evaluation criteria after this. So check out this coming video on our legal criteria for the same environmental aspect, dirty spill kit. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, viewers and supporters of this channel. Please comment, like, and share. And until we meet in the next video, I wish everybody Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.